Oh, hey y'all, we big.
I started. I started to say something. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm gonna let her take the reins on this one.
No, go ahead. I'm trying to get my life right.
No, you straight. You straight. Yeah, listen to some Aretha Franklin. I keep telling you.
You still listening to her?
On Wednesdays, I listen to Aretha Franklin most of the day.
Oh, well, you used to it. You know this shit. Just sing it. And when you
That's,
put it on
that's
pause.
yeah.
Don't be coming. Look, when we need to talk to you, we need to talk to you. Don't do that.
Oh, you straight. I'm just letting you know. I love me some Aretha.
But that's gonna be that's gonna be my theme song. Me against the world. Cause y'all
Yeah,
got me messed up around
the
in these.
Aretha joint I like is I Never Love a Man Like I Loved You. That's my joint. And Bridge Over Troubled Water. Yeah.
Oh, you already know the words. You already don't be
Yeah,
taking
I
don't
love
take
me
me
some
enough for
Aretha.
like that. Don't even do it.
Shoot. All right, let's
Okay,
ride.
welcome back. So yeah, that was a good first trade. I like Neil. Neil made some great points, but
Mm-hmm.
Neil, we're gonna hold them politicians accountable till we see it presented and introduced
All right,
in
presented
our
and
local Congress
introduced.
and all that stuff, in our city halls.
Right,
That's what we're
right
gonna do.
on, right on, right on.
'Cause it starts somewhere. They can at least, oh, let me put it out there. Put it
Hmm.
out there and let them reject it is one thing, but to not put it out there is another thing.
Right.
So, I'm joking. I'm joking. But no, Neil was freaking awesome. But he did nail it. But no,
Hmm.
I did want to touch back on that tone thing. I do agree.
Hmm.
A lot of times younger people always think that older people like we're preaching or we're talking at them. But I do agree the communication piece, a lot is not understood. And sometimes we do have to meet people where they are. Like you and I had that conversation before. Like
Hmm.
sometimes approach or
Hmm.
how we say things can be misinterpreted the wrong way. Where we're trying to be, hey man, welcome back. Where we're trying to be
Thank you, thank you.
and um and empathetic, but
Hmm.
we may be passionate because we can see the path because we may have lived the path. Granted, you got to let everybody take their own journey, but I think simple conversation a lot of times with young people, and I've even had that conversation with some young people like, okay, tell me where or what did I say wrong, right?
Hmm.
And a lot of times they can't, oh, because you said, okay, just say you did not like what I said. And a lot of times some people don't like to hear the truth. So they interpret it as you came at me because they're not ready to receive it. And that's okay. Everybody's not going to be able to receive the information that you have to give. You don't have to push it, but then you have those that you don't even attempt, and they may want it, but because we had one or two that was like, no, 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 we put them, the ones who want it, in a box with those. So, but then it comes the piece of how do we communicate? And sometimes you might gotta meet them on a text, or let me shoot you this video, or let me, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
This newer age and newer generation of people, they don't verbally communicate often. What holds their attention is a text message, a DM, or some
Hmm.
type of video snippet or something like that. They don't want to sit and be like,
And I think that's what the problem is. I think like with me growing up in New York, you know how we talk to each other, New Yorkers. We just have a certain way about us. We talk with our hands. We tend to be loud. That's how we are, and it's not an excuse. But I'm just saying, you know, that's how we are. But I think also with this generation, one thing I think this generation got softened with all this stuff where, oh, don't say this, don't do that, to where people, bit into it. And like you said about the text messages, this gen, this and it's not. I'm not knocking this generation. If it may sound like it, but it's like they don't know the art of communication because they don't talk to each other face to face. They can be sitting right side by side and be texting each other, you know, and to where we had to pick up. We didn't text when we come. We had the actual phone where like, yo, blah 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 blah. So you had to express yourself verbally, and then you talk face to face. Now it's like they're across the room. They're texting me and say, "Yo, what's up? Come in, let me holler at you." They don't do it, and I mean, it's not a fault of theirs. I mean, it's just society, just the way it is. People are just, I don't know. because I know I'm aggressive when I speak to people.
Yes.
My son, yeah, I know. I
You
know
say
I'm
yes.
aggressive. I'm aggressive. I admit it. My son is aggressive. You know,
No, he got a
he's
nice little voice.
he's yeah, he's to the point. He's to the point. And see, when I moved here to the South, and this is back in the 90s when I used to first come down here, people called me arrogant. I said, no, I'm just honest. Because I would tell them straight up, I don't like that. I don't like the way you said it. So what did I say? It wasn't the way I said it, it's what I said. But I didn't sugarcoat nothing. And like now I don't I tell people this is a deal. Oh man, you did it. I said, why? Because is it because of what I said or how I said it? And see, on my side, it was always what I said, not how I said it. People don't ever say, man, but you said this, you said it this way, like you were mad. They say, I don't like what you said to me. And I'm like, what is it that I said to you that you didn't like? And if I find out, it's like what I said to them is what they disagree with. That's why it goes back to the hater stuff. People want validation. And I hear that from kids out with their little mixtapes. They be like, how? And I got a grading scale. And I'm like, this is my grading scale. And I tell them, I'm a very harsh critic. I'm going to tell you how it is. They give me a mixtape. I'm like, what do you say? It was a D. Why is it D? They the one to start snapping. Why is all that? You hate? I said, no, I gave it a D because your production sound like the next guy. What you're saying is not making sense. So I give it a D. And I always break down each thing. Lyrical content, delivery, cadence, production. I break it all down. A, B, C, D, all the way down. And then they get mad. Oh, you just hating. All right. If you don't want an honest opinion, don't ask me.
Man, facts are facts. The truth is the truth, regardless of how you say it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
And when I talk to him, I tell him, I go, yo, man, I talk to him about his comments. You can talk. I talk to him about them like a child, like, yo, well, I figure it's like I'm giving it a D because of this. Come on, man. I'm like, you don't really want this lying. Calm your voice, homie. And that's how it be.
You're a little violent too. You know that?
No, I ain't violent.
You always talking about beating somebody up.
Well, I mean, sometimes when people when animals roar at you, you gotta let them know, yo, I roar too,
There's a question. I kind of like it. So I think it was thrown up, but then it came out as a question. Lisa, she was like, "Oh, we talking about today's
I need
kids?
to give her my number so she can call
How are we supposed to teach kids when they don't listen to anyone because of no discipline?"
She really sound like that?
She's so cute.
I'm gonna text Lisa my number. Let's sit here and talk. Let her do one of my drops for the show, the radio show. It's the big shit.
She's gonna be like, mix.
Oh, Mr. Chris Dixon's in the building. What's up, man? You too.
Yeah, so that was her question.
What was the question? I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it because I was laughing.
She said, "Oh, we talking about today's kids? How are we supposed to teach kids when they don't listen to anyone because of no discipline?"
She got a point.
I'm
That
be
I've
honest,
seen on my
kids
point.
listen to everything. They
Well,
listen
So
to
she said, "How do you
everything.
supposed to teach them?" But when they don't
So-
listen,
Already taking it
That's
in.
the thing. They listen. They hear exactly what you're saying. Like, as a former teacher, I know this for a fact because just this is an off the wall example. But I remember I was trying to motivate this one kid, and I was like, how can you say you don't like something or you don't want to do something, and you've never done it? So when I said that to him, we started building a relationship, and I got him. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I got him to do that. So this was a year later. He was no longer in my class. We were in the cafeteria, and they had yogurts, and they were serving a bunch of yogurts. And he came over. He was, "Mr. Shirt, you want a peach yogurt?" I was like, "I don't like yogurt."
Yeah.
He said, "Well, have you ever tried yogurt?" I said, "No." He said, "How can you say you don't like yogurt if you've never tried yogurt?" And I had nothing to say. I said, okay, you're right. Absolutely right. Give me the yogurt.
Yeah.
And I tried it and I've been eating yogurt ever since. It's hilarious. But so that shows they listen. They just, I feel like if it's not something that can connect with them,
They will.
it's going to go out the window. So that's how
Mhm.
you teach them. You have to make a connection. It has to
Mhm.
be genuine and get them to think about you, what you're saying genuinely, as opposed to just hearing it and it going out one ear, in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
Now, Jude made a good thing. Jude was like, the kids don't listen because the parents don't listen. And that's true. And I'm
Yep.
gonna explain to you what I mean, because a lot of times you'll hear kids say, and it's not. So when I
Whoa, 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 whoa. Chris, don't tell me you Jamaican too.
he ain't no damn Jamaican. No, he not. No, not at
Oh,
all.
because
Just
that's my dude right there.
Hey,
You gonna
Chris,
tell
I've
calm
me
your
never
that
nuts.
I
had
got
He
that?
is,
oxtail
no.
either.
Look,
I never
calm your
had
nuts.
oxtail
He
either.
is not no, he's
Oh,
not.
okay.
Calm your nuts.
I
No.
said, yo, I got you some oxtail, homie.
So no, Jude said the kids don't listen because the parents don't listen. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing
You gotta
emoji.
get a deeper voice.
Right.
Drew got a
Oh,
deeper voice.
the kids don't
There
listen
you go.
because the
There you go.
parents don't listen. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. So I would say I agree only because you do hear a lot of times when we say a lot of things, behaviors and
Mhm.
how people react, we shape our personalities, our behaviors, and a lot of that stuff starts at home. Children mimic, children start to do certain things, but then you also have some kids who feel like they're not heard, and they will block out everything because some kids are used to being yelled at or whatever. So sometimes you got to figure out how to communicate with. It's like people, period,
Yeah.
right? So,
Ooh, man.
for instance, like I could have a child in my office. And I'm gonna give an example. Well, I can have a child in my office who may be all
Sure.
over the place, right?
Mhm.
And I can be like, hey, let me, and I'm thinking I'm using the calm approach.
Mhm.
No, 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 don't, come on, come on, come on. But then they might look at me and be like, throw something, and I catch it. So now they think we playing because they so used to aggression.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, no, then I'm like, see what I gotta do to get you. And then I'm joking in my mind, I'm like, okay. But when I get in a mommy tone, they like, so now they come to me and now I can talk. What? Why? So when they say something, now that they see that I'm hearing, oh, okay, well, how about this? And you give an option. So sometimes you gotta, people don't think they have to listen to children, but a lot of times you do because we don't think certain environments shape how people behave and it starts as children. Like a lot of things shape us to who we are and our personalities and everything like that. And that a lot of that happens there at home. So sometimes you do have to meet people where they are, especially
Mhm.
children, and understand that they have a voice as well. You hear them in order to teach them because now they may say, oh damn, she be listening to me. All right, I see your point. Okay, how about let's think about it like this. I'm not taking away or negating what you just told me. I'm giving you another point of view, but at the same time, I'm giving you some jewels and knowledge too. So I think sometimes we gotta come out of how we process and think or how
Mhm.
we want them to receive it and give it to them where they at.
Okay.
That's the hardest part of being a teacher. Like you said, you have to figure out how the child can learn it, not how you can teach it and present it in that manner.
I think that's also in well, yeah, you true because parents are teachers too. I think family, friends, community are teachers in some way, shape, or form because you learn from your environment, no matter if it's positive, negative, or indifferent. You learn what you learn. And that's why they always say you are a product of your environment. That could be any environment. You learn from the different environments that you are in, and it shapes certain things into who you are. So sometimes, in order to, if you want to change it, you got to catch them where they are, and then do. And everybody is not receptive. Some people just gonna do whatever it is they're gonna do, and that's what it is. You gotta let them go go on their journey as to where they're gonna go.
Somebody
Chris,
once said to me that the easiest way to make somebody remember something is
Mhm.
to attach it to an emotion.
Yes.
You'll
Good
remember the
point.
emotion and you'll remember what, because of the emotion, whether good or bad.
I had to study what is it, Sigmund Freud in class.
Fraud.
Fruit fraud. That's how you say it. I call them fruit. Anyway, I got an A on it.
Freud. It's every Freud.
I'm gonna call him Fruit. Y'all, his name is Fruit. All right, his name Fruit. So, but you know who I'm talking about, the psychologist.
Yeah, Freud.
So,
Yeah.
he studied the personalities, ID, how the personality and behavior shape like certain things, the subconscious and conscious mind, so to speak.
Mhm.
So when we talk about those, it's kind of like you got to see where people place their emotions or where the emotions come from, because a lot of people, even if it's their reality, they make it a non-reality in their subconscious mind. And then he was just saying how it was him and who was his daughter? Anna. Was it Anna?
I don't know.
She did the same thing, but within children. Anywho, whatever the experiences was, positive or negative, they related it to, they was doing therapy before therapy was a thing. And they studied the behaviors, how people spoke, whether it was in third person or word association. So who they were. Right. So certain things, and they were saying like the behaviors, like when you mentioned like the conscious and subconscious mind. So it's like, what are they using it for? Because some people put traumatic experience so they won't have to relive it. They block it out into their subconscious mind. And then the conscious mind is their reality. So it's like, where do you put those things? But everybody put them in different places, which also shapes your identification and what your personality is. So how I remembered it was, let's say if you were abused, like in a domestic violence situation, right? And that experience may have made you could have been like a really sweet person, but that could have made you cold. It could have made, you get what I mean? We don't understand, but you never associated with your new behaviors and how you transition to that. But that could have been a start of why you behave and react the way that you do.
J Bear said, put it in a rap. Don't do that, J Bear. We got too many rappers today that just don't need to be on the mic. We don't need to teach any more kids how to do anything rapping wise. Let's think of a different way.
Yeah, so that Matrix, he said they block the trauma in their subconscious mind, which is associated with dreams. You know how they say people have bad dreams, but you can be like, oh, they be happy during the day. And then your subconscious mind becomes active because of those experiences. So a lot of times it's something that you've experienced, seen, or witnessed that you may have blocked out that comes to you in a form of dream or something like that. It was crazy, but yeah, I thought that was a cool fact. When you brought it up, I was like, oh shit, school.
I hope Hannah TV is lying. I'm just reading what Hannah TV said. Breaking
About
news.
the ashes.
All right, so I got if Judah's in here, and Neil, are you into signs like horoscopes?
I thought we were gonna do that on another show.
Horoscopes.
Oh, that was another show.
That's another show.
Oh, that's
well, I mean, we could discuss it, and we'll just have a show and we actually delve deeper into it. But yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh, that's what that was. I messed up the timeline, yo.
I mean, we could talk about it and just do it do it next week also for those who might have missed it.
Okay, but let me reword it. I'm gonna go off the gun. Okay, since I already introduced it, you in the horoscopes?
I'm very much in the horoscopes. Like there are certain horoscopes I'm no longer dating because of past experiences and looking at the characteristics of them.
What you think about Geminis then? I mean, I always want to know about Geminis.
So I'm an Aquarius, and it says Geminis and Aquariuses are compatible. And
okay, we're asking
because
we're going
some good relationships with Geminis, but I do find that they are true to their sign of being 1 minute they can be the sweetest person, and the next they can be the worst. My youngest daughter in the other room is a Gemini, and yeah.
Well, the reason I asked that because
this conversation is for everybody except for Judy Jr. We are not concerned with the Pisces species.
Nah, no fish. Reason I said that because I'm a Gemini. Coco's a Gemini. And ain't Richard Gemini too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody on the panels is
okay.
So you're
Yeah,
surrounded
mean,
by greatness.
we're
Well,
gonna
if you
boot,
look
we're
up,
gonna
like I
boot you off
said,
the
if you
show,
look
man.
up the compatibility, Geminis and Aquarius are compatible.
Yeah.
It
But I
did
mean,
say that.
just being honest, like
Yeah.
you come
Yeah.
on now, you gotta know it. Both of y'all gotta
Oh,
know
we
it.
know.
It's
Oh,
No,
just
I
like
don't
as
think
a
we
that.
talk
There's
about
a,
it all the time.
no,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's also differences. I think a lot of times when people say that one minute the next, I think people forget or don't acknowledge what happened or what did you do to trigger that. Because I know I'm a real life South Head
nah,
kid.
nah,
However, I'm
nah,
not
nah,
always. No, no,
nah.
no. I'm gonna just say, well, for me,
Because
I'm
then
gonna just
sometimes y'all just flip because it's something that's internal that y'all whatever.
no, 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 no. Nope, not all the time. Not all the time. Now I don't know which June you talk. I mean, which
It may
Gemini you
not be.
talking about.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's necessarily
It's us June
internal.
Geminis. Us
What I'm
June
saying
Geminis that just
is,
flip.
y'all do sometimes flip on a person who is not the subject of the transgression that may have gotten you or made you upset.
Did
They
you
call that
did you respect the
displacement.
moment of
Y'all
where
displace a
tell it to
lot
you?
of your energies at times to the person who is not the one who caused you to be in that
It's
that
us June
frame of
Geminis.
mind.
I ain't gonna lie. Tierra just said it
Okay,
too.
yeah, you might be on to something. That might be them June ones.
Us
But
June
listen,
Geminis.
what
I
I
Mm-hmm.
co-sign
noticed
that.
is
'Cause we
if
all like that.
I'm to myself
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I'm not having a good day,
Mm-hmm.
and you keep picking. And then all of a sudden, when I'm like, I told you, stupid ass, I'm not feeling your dumb. And then now it's on you because you got me twisted. And then now all of a sudden, y'all just hot and cold. At 1 minute,
But
don't like
back
me.
up.
But
Did
it's
you
like,
ever communicate to that person that
I
you're
just
in
said,
a
yeah,
bad
I
mood?
just said that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Matrix a Gemini too?
Okay.
yeah, that's what I said. If I say like, okay, let's say you and I
No, you
hypothetically
said you
speaking.
were in a bad mood. You didn't say if I tell you I'm in a
No,
bad
that's
mood.
what I said. I said if I'm having a bad mood, and I say, hey, I'm having a bad
Right.
day
You
with
having a
myself.
bad morning. You ain't say
I'm
you
telling
said
you.
it. Okay.
Yeah,
You
I did.
telling me.
That's what I
Okay,
said. I'm
got
telling
it.
you, I'm having a bad
I ain't
day.
gonna
I'm
lie, I
feeling
didn't hear it
myself.
either.
Leave me alone. So let's say
Mm-hmm.
if you and I are in the same vicinity, and
Mm-hmm.
I go, Neil, that's not a good day today. If I'm to myself, I
Mm-hmm.
need a minute, right? I'm to myself. It may be longer than what you want me to be, but I need this time to me. So
Yep.
you keep going. You still in your little pissy ass fucking attitude. You
Mm-hmm.
still, you on that bull. And I go,
Yeah.
now I'm on you. You get me? Because you won't give
Yeah.
me my space to be great and keep my attitude where it goes or keep my feeling or my emotion and where it
Yeah.
needs to be within this realm. So now you want all the smoke. So now that I give you what you want, because now I'm talking to you, but you don't like what I'm saying or how I'm treating you because you didn't respect the fact that I said I'm in a funk. So now when you get it, you like, see, that's what's wrong with y'all Geminis. Y'all is
Mm-hmm.
one way, one way. But you didn't respect the fact that I said, leave me alone.
So let me say, Aquarius, as an Aquarius, we're not that guy. Cause you
True.
only gotta tell us once to leave you alone. And
It's a
we're
wrap.
gone.
That's true.
So that don't even apply to me.
That's true. That's
You
true.
only gotta tell us once and we're gone.
Oh,
Now
well,
Lisa is a Taurus, and we know about them hard-headed Taurus.
they
Sorry,
don't
Lisa.
mention
You
they don't
cool,
like
but
our tones.
you said
No,
what?
Pisces don't know how to leave nobody alone.
They don't let you
You
on
said
now.
Pisces be like this. Where you going?
That's
Like
that's my daughter. Yeah, what you doing? Where you going?
Pisces are
Yeah,
clingy.
yeah. Yes,
Pisces,
very clean. Even with family members, they will not leave you alone.
yes. Pisces don't know when you gotta really piss a Pisces off to the point that they don't like you to get them to leave you alone. Other than that, you could be like, go ahead now. Pisces like, okay, babe. And then you turn around, they be like,
But yeah,
go for the hell.
yes, I said, but yeah,
Yes.
we need a whole show for this for real, because 30 minutes is not enough. But I will say this about the zodiacs. A lot of people will say, "Oh, you believe that stuff?" Da, 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 da. And like I showed you the other day, Coco. Like one day, me and my niece Morena was on, just looking up, and I said, I was born, June 9th, 1964. My mother told me I was born under the sleepy moon, and I didn't know what the sleepy moon was when I was a kid. She told me this. She said the sleepy moon is just under a quarter crescent. And I was like, huh? And she had showed me when they was in the sky. The sleepy moon's a crescent, but it's like barely a crescent. It's the same when Muslims get ready to do their prayers. And it's also the moon people with the McDonald's, Mac tonight. You know, she said that's a sleepy moon because she was born 2:29 in the morning and was a fifth of a crescent moon. So one day I'm just messing around on the phone. I said, okay, I punch in everything. And the funny thing is, it popped up that I was like basically direct from what my mother was. My mother was a Taurus, but we were under the same type of moon. And I'll say that because she was born at 1:29 in the morning. I was born 2:29 in the morning. And everything, she's born on May 9th. I was born on June 9th. So everything added up. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And see, Morena did the same thing, my niece, and everything added up to her father. The moon, his zodiac sign, the whole lick. And like people say about Geminis and Aquarius. Let's say, well, if the zodiacs are not legit, why do we have these traits of the very zodiac sign people say that are not real? Like, I admit, us Geminis, we are, everything you said, Neil, is factual.
For you.
Yeah, because I'm a Jew Gemini, so he's right.
For you.
He's right. I'm a Jew Gemini. I think Jude said the same thing. I am that way. Mm-hmm. I'll have this anger, and I'm like, man, look, man, and it won't be the person I'm talking to, but he just happened to be there. I'm like, I done told you. Like, man, I ain't do it, but look, that ain't the point, man. Yeah, I'm all that. I have these funny emotions. One moment I'm cool, next moment I'm like, man, get out my face. You know, it's like a bipolarism thing we got going on. I don't know. But
so let me add, I feel like there's differences, like you said, between the coming out month and the full month of signs.
Yeah.
But it's slight. But I also feel like there are differences between male and female.
Very true.
Like, so my best friend is a Cancer, but Cancer women, they are at the top of the X'd off list.
Yes.
To deal with.
Yes.
So,
Cancer women, Taurus men, Capricorn women. I think them are the three. Yeah. Towards the opposite sex.
For me, it's Cancer women and Virgo women.
Oh, my Virgo. Oh, my God.
Hands down.
Virgos are
the worst.
Virgos are cold-hearted.
So.
They are cold-hearted.
Let me ask y'all this. And I guess people watching, listen, since y'all read in these comments. So, we do know how the Geminis can get a chance to apply.
Lisa lied.
So, do you base, if you meet someone and let's say you hit it off with them and everything is going great, and let's say you don't know their sign, and then all of a sudden when you find out their sign, is that a deal breaker for you?
If we're good, we're good.
So for me, I got a list of questions that I ask off the break. So if you're a certain sign, it's probably not even going to go anywhere unless we've been in an environment where we've come to know each other on a level before we decide to go somewhere else with it.
Right.
I can't do Pisces and Taurus. Well, no, let me take that back. I can't do Taurus men. Aries men, I don't know. It depends on what you on the cusp of. But Aries men, I'm very like, ooh.
It's funny because like the one I just called on the phone about my daughter's moms that you wanted me to call so she could say if I'm cheating or not. She's a Virgo.
Me and Taurus men don't get along.
We were good. I'm not gonna lie, we were good. We were real good. I didn't spend the time with her.
Was that Ravonda you talking about you was good with?
Ravonda, yeah, we were good.
Oh, Ravonda.
Ravonda, yeah, she's a Virgo.
I don't believe you.
She in bed now. Well, what you mean you don't believe me? She told you. But that was a good man. I never cheated on her. And what did I say? The reason we split because I didn't give her the time that she deserved. I told her right there on the phone. You heard me. I ain't lying. I didn't give her the time. And what I always say about relationships with me, I don't get involved with them because I always don't give the person the time they deserve or they want. And I said right there on the phone. You heard it. No lie. I ain't got the front. I'm a true Gemini. Sometimes I like to be alone. I like to be by myself.
high strung, to my knowledge. Leos, I was writing a thing because I see I was talking about Leos in a little chat. Leos are in my experience, have been very high strung. I can't do Leos. They really. It's one thing to be confident,
Oh, that
but
nah, ain't confident ain't the word.
overly confident, like
Confident ain't the word
this
for
is
them.
it. It's my way or no way. Get with
Yeah,
it or get gone. that's
yeah,
the those.
yeah.
That's that Leo mindset that I've had, and it's like they don't see no other way than their own. No shades of Leos, but that's just my experience.
My brother, rest in peace. He was a Leo, and we fought all the time because he always felt like I'm the shit. I know everything. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And I got tired of him. I knew he could whoop my ass, but I was like, I would get tired of his mouth. Knowing he could beat my ass, I would still swing on him. And he convinced to beat my ass. But that didn't stop me because I got tired of hearing his mouth. And I swing on him. He beat my ass. I'm like, it ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop.
So I had posted in the chat originally that I hadn't dated a Leo, but when I'm thinking about it, I did date two. And what I found Leo women to be, and they both were the August Leos, they were a bit overbearing. Like,
Yeah.
as an Aquarius, number one, like sometimes we just need our space. That's always an issue in every relationship. Like, I may just check out, it's not personal,
Exactly.
but I need to be gone for a day, 3 days, maybe a week.
That's why Geminis and Aquarius get along, because we're the same way.
Right. But
It's not
Leos,
personal.
they don't understand that. They want to
Yeah.
be there, here, the entire
Right.
time. They
Not
want to
here,
know
man.
everything.
You mean right here.
Right.
You know?
They want, yeah. So
I don't like it.
Exactly. That's how my brother was with his girlfriends. He would always be like in them, like, yo, where you going? Yeah. That's how Leos are.
Hands
Right.
they're controlling and they like to be in charge.
That was my brother. That's why I used to always swing on him.
All right, I got one more before we run out of time. I was not expecting for this to be a part of this conversation. I'm not going to really, because I think y'all know how I'm gonna feel about this, and it's gonna make me say some things. I had to.
Yeah.
So it was oh shoot, hold on. That's I should have done. In friendships, is it okay for no one to check on or expect the quote unquote strong friend to show up no matter what they're going through?
What's that again?
So is it if in friendships, is it okay for no one to check on the strong friend, but expect the strong friend to show up for them no matter what that strong friend is going through? So pretty much no one shows up for the strong friend.
You need to show up for the strong friend, because the strong friend is taking the burden. Well, usually take the burden, for the weak friend. I mean, we're all human. Whether you're strong or weak, we're all human. And it doesn't matter how strong you are, because people who are strong tend to keep a lot of that stuff inside. And they don't express it because they don't want to show, because that's how I am. I don't want to show weakness. Like when I called you that night, when I was really in a bad place, because I can't express it because my family sees me as a strong person. But for every 5 or 6 weak people with problems, there's that one strong person who probably have all of their problems plus some. So you got to check on him, because he or she has no one to reach out to, and they're not going to reach out to you because they don't want to show any signs of weakness. That's just my opinion. Hold
on. I'm sorry, Neil. Can I just get this one off? Because I knew somebody. See, this is what you was talking about with the Gemini shit, right? Okay, I ain't even gonna say your name. It's about communication. Fuck communication, because all it takes is for a person to say, "How are you? Hello, how are you?" If I'm always checking on you, check on me too. I hate that.
Yeah, you good?
Just that's like it. Now. I don't care. I could say I'm not good. Oh my God, you be all right. But guess what? So-and-so is back to the mother. No, I'm not with none of that communication bullshit, because communication go both ways. If you want me to check on you and be there for you, do the same thing with me. That's not what we doing. see, that's when the shit go left, and then they go on to our people. That's what you was talking
Mhm.
about. That's when the twin,
Yeah.
'cause it
Is
shouldn't
that
be
a
about.
trigger?
If I say no, I don't. Well, I don't know if you caught the beginning of the show.
Nah, I
If
missed the
I say
beginning.
if you're my friend,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it is. Everybody go through shit. I'm gonna still be like, hey, how you feeling? You good? You good? Or hello,
Yeah.
hello, hello. Not your, oh my God, da 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 da. No, I want to see you straight. I don't even care if you are good. You can be happy go lucky. Hey, how you feeling? You okay? But the strong friend ask me how many times do I get the hey, how you feeling? Just ask me. And it ain't even no shade.
I agree, because I'm the strong friend and the strong family member.
So I don't want to hear it's about communication. It don't take much. I don't care how strong you think a person is, and then when a person tell you how they feeling, the first thing you be all right. What if I'm not? I swear to God, y'all. I promise you on everything I love. If
Mhm.
anything happens to me, nobody bet not be like, oh, she was cool. No, I wasn't, because ain't nobody check on me when I said I was fucked up and I was in a bad space.
Mhm. You know what?
So if anything happened, and I could tell everybody till the wheels fall off, if my life was on the line, ask me how many people gave a fuck. Minus maybe
Mhm.
two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Minus two. Those are the only two people that can speak my name.
It's a book called Self-Made Man by Nora Vincent. She was a feminist, and she kept saying how men had it easy. She had all the feminists backing her. So she lived her life as a man to prove a point. It wasn't long before she stopped and said, I can't do this no more. Because she seen how hard it was to be a man. Everyone thought she was strong. All her feminist friends came at her. No one came to her aid. She wound up killing herself. Look up the book, Nora Vincent. It's a damn good book. Because she says a whole lot. And she was talking about how and this is not to turn into man versus woman. I'm just making a point about like how men are. Because men, we do have a hard time expressing ourselves to other people. And she was saying how when she walked in those shoes as a man, because people thought she was a man because she cut her hair, did the whole lick to where she like a man. She said the time she was a man, when she was going through things and people thought she was a man, she said no one came to her aid. They all said, "Oh, you're a man, you can handle this." Blah blah blah. Even some of the homies that she befriended, they said the same thing. "Oh, you good, you good." Da, 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 da. And she said she had to stop because she couldn't do it no more. And she ended up committing suicide because her friends didn't come to her. Because they felt the same way about her, but her feminist friends came at her to where she felt like she didn't have anyone to come to. She killed herself. Suicide. This a few years ago. But get the book, Self-Made Man, though. It's a good book. And see, that's the thing about people who are strong. Like I would say, the strong will survive, but the strong even die. You know, and the strong tend to die a whole lot violently than the weak. Because the weak will give in. The strong is going to keep fighting.
And
So
then
to tell
everybody be
somebody,
like, why they ain't call me?
and sometimes you can't. Yeah, why you ain't call me? Well, why don't you just pick up the phone and call me? If you hadn't heard from me, like my niece knows, Lorraine, she knows if you don't hear from me within 2 or 3 days, come down here because she stays right around the corner. She knows to come down here. Even if she don't hear from me in 2 days, she'll call me. Like, yo, you good? You know, and that's the rapport we got. And I think, but with my friends, I got one friend. Shout out to Herman Best Believe Bright. He'll hit me up all the time. Yo, what's up, homie? You good? Yeah. And it's just to do that. You good? Like when my wife died, dude was with me every day. Come out, pick me up. Yo, I got to go to Alabama. You want to ride with me? Come on. I ride with him. We get a hotel. He do a little show. We come back up. I got to go here. I got to go. You want to come through? He did that with me for like 6 or 7 months until I started feeling better. And I said, okay, I appreciate it. But out of all my friends, he's the only one that even spoke to me. They be like, yo, some dude, I heard your wife died. Man, that's messed up. So, yo, you gonna come to the club? You gonna do this show? You wanna do this DJ? No, man, I can't do no show. She ain't even in the ground yet. You know? But he was the only one
Yeah.
who walked me through the whole thing. See, people think because you're strong, you can handle everything. You got a whole war going on up here. Yeah, I'm with you.
Matrix nailed it on the head. She was like, you pretty much like what they'll say you sensitive, and it's crazy. Like, oh, I ain't sensitive when it's you, but if I'm being expressive, and the fact that if somebody, I don't even want to just say me, if somebody, even if you're not used to that person being like that, and if they come into you and they sharing with you, understand that's a trusting moment. It's a vulnerable moment. And that's the moment they're saying, okay, I need my friend to show up like I would show up for you. And when you do that dismissive, you be you know what to do, you strong, you this, oh, you be You know what that tells the person, what you say? That's like saying, fuck you. I don't care. Long as you be there for me. And that give you about 5 minutes. And then next thing you know, you back to their bullshit and consoling them while you still trying to, you get what I mean? Like,
yeah,
no, that's let me
here go the book. Yeah, self-payment. She killed herself last year.
over it.
Last year, and yeah, I think people say, "Oh, you're gonna be all right." If I was all right, I wouldn't be feeling the way I am. And as each day passes, it may get worse because I know I don't have anybody. I gotta sit there. It's crazy. Yeah, we need a whole show for that. That's another mental health show we need to
Let
do.
me tell you something. Yeah, I already told you what I feel.
Oh, I know.
And I mean, and I told another person, I promise y'all better hold me down. Shut it all down. If any trying to tell you, shut it all down. Because it's no way. It's just no way.
Yeah.
It's no way. And then it's kind of like when you do choose you, because you got to show up for you. The same way when you show up for other people, you got to show up for yourself times 10. So now you got to reciprocate and you got to let them and tune people out and disengage with certain people because you got to now focus on all of you. That's the first thing they say. Oh, you acting funny. You want some bullshit. No, right now I got to choose me.
But you know the funny thing is after that, Coco, after you get over what you done been through, this is what they said. Oh, I thought you had a problem. I thought you were mad at me. Da 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 da. No, I was reaching out to you. I was wondering why. I was wondering why you weren't trying to hang with us no more. It's always some stupid shit.
I think depending on what it is, and I'm gonna come outside myself because right now this is personal for me. But outside myself, I also think depending on what it is, certain things you can't come back from.
Oh, true.
It's not. It's one thing if I'm just going, okay, it might be if I break up and I'm in my emotions and you tired of hearing me cry to you about the same dude or whatever over and over. Maybe we can come back from that. But when it's a matter, if it's something that involves life or death or anything like that, I don't think I can come back from that.
Right. That's a whole different animal. That's how I felt about when my wife died. Even though we weren't together, we were still, we still conversed. We still talked on the phone. Everything. We just wasn't together. We wasn't living together, nothing like that. But we were still married. We were still cool, the whole lick. And when I saw how my homies basically just went ghost, then after they started seeing me DJing again and doing this, yo, what's up, man? You good? Yeah. I heard about your wife. Nigga, you knew what I told you because you asked me. And I cut all of them off. Like I said, Morena's probably the closest person who knows my life here, my niece. She'll tell you I cut all of them off. I haven't spoken to them since 2018.
I agree and I disagree, Jude. She said she's big on self-help. You can't expect people to react in situations like you would. I agree, especially if you're usually the strong friend. You're the person they come to for comfort. So honestly, what do you expect? It sucks, but it's reality. We set high expectations in people that we know we shouldn't. Certain situations, I don't think it's a high expectation. I think it's just common fucking sense. Like if you're my friend and you're my strong friend and you tell me your life is on the line and at any day You could
Mhm.
possibly be taken away from this earth. I'm not going to revert back to me. You need my fucking focus. Is what
Right.
I'm. That's something that's beyond that. Whenever I get what you're saying, but when it comes to your life or death or something like that,
That's a call
no,
every day. Like, yo, you good?
that ain't even that goes out the window.
That's a
If you
call every
can't
day.
be supportive and show up for that person in that moment, you're not a friend.
You know, Coco, something like that. If someone's like that, you told me what was up. That's why I said, yo, keep me abreast so I know. If something like that's going on, I'm calling like every day, like to make sure you good. Like, yo, you still with us? You good? Duh, 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 duh. You know, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. It doesn't, no one's asking you to jump off a building with someone with a parachute. I got you. Just be like, yo, you good?
Yeah, you can't laugh that off. You can't
You
be
can't
like,
laugh that off.
"Oh, you strong."
Can't laugh that
You
off.
know,
No.
you can't do that. That you strong goes out the window.
Yeah.
Especially like Neil, if you come and let's just say we coast and you go da 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 and you tell me not even something that you did per se,
Mhm.
but your life could be on the line. You my strong friend. Am I supposed to be supportive to you and even if I know I can't fix it? Me showing up for you in that moment instead of me, you be all right. You know what to do. And then I go, but guess what happened to me today? What is that?
I mean, in theory, we would. You are supposed to be supportive. Everybody needs support, but like what Judy said, my mother used to say that to me because that I've had that issue my whole life. You can't expect you from another person. That's one. Number two is
Mhm.
some people don't just have that capacity in them. So
So is
that's when
it
you
fair
have
to
to know
say,
when you have to eliminate that person
okay,
because some
that's
people
all
just
I'm
don't
saying.
have it. Like
But then
it
you get
took me
called wrong.
till
Yeah.
after my mother passed, when that finally sank in, I started seeing those people in my life that weren't there for me or will never be there for me. And I had to cut them off or deal with them differently.
Very true. But that's what we're talking about. But then those will be the same ones. Oh, why you ain't never da 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 da. And it's like, no, but when you do distance yourself, it's you. Not the fact that for this point, because you can't be there and be supportive of me in that moment, because I can't be there for you.
Exactly,
And you
Matrix.
still want me to show up for you. So when that person chooses themselves in that moment, and I get exactly what you're saying, but when that person chooses themselves in that moment, no, in no way, shape, or form should that be taken personally because you can't be supportive.
Right.
So don't expect for me to be supportive of you. I don't want to hear nobody's acting funny. I don't want to hear nobody's never been there. No, none of that. Granted, yes, people don't gotta show up and do whatever, but also understand when I put that distance there and I don't fuck with you no more.
Right. But that's the other part of it. Once you don't fuck with them no more, all of that should be done. You shouldn't even think about that anymore because that person is gone. Like if I
Mhm.
cut you off,
That's a rat.
my thoughts are about you are
It's a
gone.
rat.
So
It's a
I
rat.
whatever.
mean, y'all know my wishes, and I mean it.
It's
I've
a
been.
rat.
Like
I'm gonna haunt anybody. If y'all don't do what I asked y'all to do, I'm coming back and I'm haunting y'all.
You know what? Like I said, when my wife died and all my homies
Doozy.
used to see me up until that point, just vanished. And then after I allegedly got over and actually did a show, and they said, "Yeah, man, I just thought you didn't want to be bothered." I was like, really? Yeah, man, but now that you over it, I'm not over it. I just know
Come
life
back
goes
to
on.
being my support system.
Yeah, I
Right.
just I just I just know life goes on. I need to go back to doing what I love to do. That's DJing. But
Yeah.
now you don't forget it. When you lose a loved one like that, someone you've known for damn near 30 years, and they're gone, you don't just get over it like that. You got to find ways to try to move on. And I'm like, they had the same thing. Man, I've been knowing you. You strong. You can get through this, man. You can get through this. Nigga, you ever lose a wife?
And
you
I
ever lose a wife?
honestly,
You ever lose a
truthfully,
wife, nigga? Yeah,
can I
I'm
be?
like,
Can I be? Can I just speak frankly? I'm not even
yeah,
going to be phony in this moment.
yeah.
I don't understand that. I
Right.
don't understand if we are friends and we value each other and support, right?
Mhm.
If you say you can't expect, yes, the fuck I can. Yes, I can. I should be able to expect for my friend to be supportive of me. I hear what you're saying, but in the reality of it is, let's just be real. This shit sounds good.
You know what I had to
But in
do?
this time of fucking need, like if you need your friend, it ain't a tick for tat thing. If I'm
Mm.
coming to you in that moment, or if my friend comes to me, I don't care what you telling me, even if you my strong friend, you telling me in this moment you need me. This is just this is just my opinion, my reality speaking. It sounds good, but to me that's bullshit.
You know some
That's
Coco?
just my opinion.
You know some Coco? I hit one guy in the face during that period. One guy in the face. I almost knocked him out. This is what happened. And I think I told you a little diary I had. Now how me and her used to each other letters. We never text each other. We always wrote letters with our hand because we said we didn't want to do the text stuff. I had a book, and I would always write her letters, tear the page out,
Hold on
give it to her.
1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. Jude is right. She said she was mad at a friend for not being there for her, and she stopped speaking to them. Once they finally talked and they found out that the friend was going through something at the time and she couldn't be there for me. We both needed each other and we couldn't be there at the time. Simple conversation would have fixed it. Now, if it was just because some selfish shit, then yes, I would have moved different. But I'm just saying it ain't always because the person don't want to. Sometimes they can't. I would rather you say that in the moment of, and I agree. But if that person tells you exactly what it is and you know you can't, I don't know what to say. I know, but you know, this is that and the third. I'd rather somebody say, I don't know how to be there than be like, oh, why you be all right? But guess what I'm going through?
Yeah.
Guess what happened? Oh, you know what we gotta do for so and so and completely dismiss it. That's when I gotta be, I'm just gonna speak from just this is just my personal opinion.
Mhm.
It could be wrong by popular vote. Um, when you do need that person and you explain to them exactly what's going on and you still get that response, that's a fuck you.
That's what I'm getting right. Say what
That's
I'm
a
going to
fuck
say.
you.
It
There's
is
no other
definitely.
way to look at it. All that
Mhm.
other, it sounds politically. Certain things is not politically correct.
In
Right.
Judy's situation, though, I feel like that was different though because they were both going through something. So I
No,
feel
that's what I'm
like
saying.
it.
That's different.
Yeah. That's
But
different.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
but
but
just let
but I
me say with that piece though, if she said that they could have had a conversation, I feel like if she came to her friend and told her friend something was going on, her friend at that time should have expressed like, yeah, well, this is what's going on, and they could have, even though
right.
they were both going through things, kind of still been there for each other where they called and checked on each other to see how each other's situation was going on.
Mhm.
I don't kind of understand. I feel like in that situation, one of them didn't express,
Mhm.
that they were going through something.
No, that's the part that I'm talking about. That's what I said. I get that. That makes
Right.
complete total sense to me. But
Yeah.
again, if I come to you and let's say me and you are close, I'm not talking about
Mm-hmm.
association. I'm talking
Mhm.
about a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
We supposed to have each other back, and this is what is projected, solidified
Mhm.
within us. And even if I'm your strong friend, and I'm just giving a scenario, I'm not going to say if this is or not true
Mm-hmm.
for
Mhm.
me. But if I say to you some shit happened and my life is in danger, and you
Mhm.
go back and say, "Oh, that's fucked up," but you know what to do. You good. You the strong girl. Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what happened?
You know
You
That
trying
what?
to
person
tell me
just
I
don't
said
have the
you trying,
capacity to
no, no,
be
no, no,
there
no.
for
I'm
you
just no,
though.
hold on, but no, that's not what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
when people say you can't expect certain stuff, why shouldn't I? If this is this person, granted, when I see that and I move differently, I need that person to also do the same thing like you just told me. You can't expect for my reaction to be the same because the fuck you couldn't show up for me and you can't expect the same friend that you once had the day before.
You
That
know.
goes both ways.
But
You
So
know.
I
hold up.
should be able to expect for
Expectations
my
are within. You can
I
expect
should be
whatever
able to
you
expect my
want.
friend. It sounds good. I have to
Right.
agree
But
to
you can't,
disagree.
that don't mean you're gonna get it. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't have to, but you
Right.
You know.
also understand that I do, but to say that I should not. I'm not saying that it has to be that way.
Nah,
What
nobody's
I'm
saying you
saying is
shouldn't because your feelings are your feelings.
You
exactly.
know.
But then on the flip side, it should not be um, oh well, did it? No. Okay, you told me you can't be there blatantly in how you felt. And in that moment, I might have chose to discontinue this friendship or to back away from this. I have a right to do that. So the same rules apply. Expectations. Don't expect for me to be the same friend that want to be there for you when I need to be there for myself. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. The expectation go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
People
Yeah,
always say you can't expect for people to show up for you, but what about the expectations of that same person that can't show up for you? What they expect from you in return in the moment where they can't give what you expect, but still wants you to expect for you to be the same ongoing. You can't have it both ways.
yeah,
I'm just speaking on a like
yeah.
it is what it is.
I flipped that one time because, like I said, me and my ex, well, I'm not gonna call it ex. We used to write letters, and I had a book that when I wrote a letter, tear the paper out, fold it up, either mail it to her or take it to her, you know. So one day, me and my homie were at a little event, you know, and he's doing this setting up, and I'm over there, right? Because I kept writing her letters because that was my mindset. When I thought about it, I wrote a letter like I was writing it to her, but I knew she was gone. So when this guy named Walter, I'm not going to say his last name, we're not friends anymore. He walked up. What you doing? You writing rhymes? I said, no, I'm not writing. He said, what you doing? I said, I'm writing me a letter to Yvette, because that was her name. This is what he said. Man, she's dead, man. Why are you writing her? And that split second, I got up and gave him 5 across his lip. I didn't think about it. It's not like I had a plan, but at that moment I snapped because he was like, man, she gone, man. Why you even writing her a letter? Reason I didn't beat his ass because of what I got over my shoulder right there. Because I know I'd have caught a bigger charge. But those are the things, and I had to cut him off right then. And I hadn't spoken to him since then. I've seen him, but I don't speak to him because I'm like, I don't need you around me, man. Because I don't expect anything from anyone. I really don't. But if you're not gonna say something, don't say shit. Don't say stupid shit to me. Just let it be. Yeah, just let it be. Don't say. If you can't say anything that you feel is gonna comfort me, don't say nothing. Because you might say the wrong thing. And you know Coco Hive said I had that real strong resentment. That's my thing. You know, if you don't have anything to say, don't say it. But if you just want to say something out the way, say it into the wind. Because I don't want to hear it. I don't know. Who you texting with your iPhone?
You heard it.
Yeah. Oh, just to let you know, yeah. Before we go, anyway, let me send a message out to these iPhone users.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Y'all see this right here? That right
No,
there
you
is
didn't
called
have
a
it.
C. That's the C thing for the C charger. Y'all got to come over to Android now.
Fuck that
Because
Android.
nah. y'all nah. See, y'all got to start using our shit now. Cause Apple's switching over to the C thing. See, y'all thought y'all was slick.
Oh, for the one time in a long time, I agree with John.
Where you at? What up? What up? You need to send me a friend request. I miss going at it with him, man.
Stop choosing your friends.
He said, "Sounds like y'all encountered lame. Stop choosing your friends. When you up, choose them. When you down, you will be surrounded by hoes."
That's John Walker for you. That's why, no matter how much we get into it, that's my dude, man.
I guess so Vasco is going to be in charge next week, y'all. We're going to do this horoscope thing. Okay. Let's pray that I'm around.
You'll be around. You need to give me some information just in case I have to take that drive.
I am. So we're going to see y'all next. Thank you, Neil.
Okay, I'm still here. I don't know what happened to my camera, but I'm still here.
We hear you. You got a good mic.
Oh, you're frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen. I was wondering why he was just staying there looking at us, but I kept hearing his voice.
Neil going to blink one time?
Oh, it's black on my end, so I don't even know what happened. But
you're not. You're frozen. But it's a good picture. It's a good shot, though.
I'm on a actual camera.
Okay.
with the
Oh,
now you got the perfect shot though. That's one thing you ain't got to worry about that. You don't.
I'm hitting the camera button and the camera ain't coming back on.
That's actually a nice little picture.
It is for real. It's a good shot because it caught it like just as you staring straight ahead. You,
Oh
you, you know your
wow.
mouth is not open like you drooling or nothing like that. Your mouth is closed. You know, just
Hey, screenshot it and send it to me.
hey, take a screenshot, Coco. Send it to her right quick.
I don't know
Oh,
why
wait a
the
Yeah.
minute.
camera ain't working, but
Hold on, wait a minute, Rich. Don't discontinue. Hold on.
You know what? I'll take the picture and I'll send it. Oh, you got it? I guess I'm gonna send it to you. But you got
You
that.
see, you see the nice case. Hold on.
nah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to show my case, my custom case I made with
In
my
the
You
picture.
meantime,
always
let
gotta
me
be
just
moving.
say,
You messed the picture up. Let me do one
look,
more.
I appreciate you inviting me on, Coco, and allowing me to come on y'all's platform and voice my opinions and give my input.
You gonna come
Oh,
back?
I will,
Well, you
yes.
got the link now, so just click it.
Okay.
You are
yes.
more than welcome anytime. We value your input and we have good
I just
banter.
sent it to you,
I
Coco.
like
You can send it to
banter.
me.
Okay. So send me the topics like maybe the day before and then, that way I'll be abreast and won't have to come
Hey,
in.
why don't you send it in the whole
Okay, a
grid?
breast. Okay, a breast. I like them breasts.
Yeah, yeah. Let's try to
Use
use
it in
that
a
word.
sentence real quick. Other than the way you just did. Use it again so I can steal it. A breast.
I,
Abreast.
I went to
That's
the
like
chicken
stay.
spot
It's
and I
called
bought a
staying on
breast.
thing. It's just
I bought a breast from KFC.
better than Popeyes.
White meat.
Oh, you lucky. Ooh, you lucky somebody ain't
No.
on this show.
You watch the news to stay abreast of
Stay
trending
abreast, man.
topics.
Stay on top of things.
Okay, y'all tune in next week to stay abreast at a
Ooh, John was like his camera VHS. You gotta watch John. John the Clown the other
Oh, we
minute.
on joke time.
Yeah, he like a
Huh?
camera
Okay,
VHS, man. And you're not a
okay.
Cowboy fan, right?
I don't watch NFL at all, my guy.
Okay, good, good.
wah,
Yeah.
wah,
They
wah.
watch. Yeah.
Oh, really? I can't stand on something?
give him the Kawhi Leonard.
Right. But again, thank you for coming. Thank you
Yeah, no
everybody
doubt.
for
Yo, that's
watching.
not a good picture. Yeah, I said that was a good picture. My mouth is
It is.
slightly open. I look like kind of deer headlight like
That's a
ish.
lifetime pose. You know how they give the little bit.
Yeah,
That's what you
Nah,
was
yeah,
giving.
we don't. I don't do that. Nah.
All right,
yeah.
thank you for coming. Of course, you're always
Yeah,
welcome back. Thank you,
yeah,
everybody, for this.
yeah,
Yeah, this was cute.
yeah. It was good. It was good. We're
Bye.
going full
So you
throttle
wanna?
next week.
You
Yeah,
want?
as usual. Thank you for tuning in to the Casual Convo. We are on every 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. every Wednesday. Shouts out to John Walker, Lisa Rusk, Matrix, Tierra, Chris from YouTube. That's what we're gonna call him. Chris from YouTube. Jay Bear, my boy Robert A. Carbo, Mr. Dirty Man, my niece Morena, Judy Jude in the building. Who else we got up here? I think we got everybody covered. Check that out. Yeah. Check it out every Wednesday, 8 to 10. Check me out on handradio.org from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'm mixing your hip-hop, your reggae, your soul, your jazz, your rock and roll. Rock and roll was today. Every mix I make is available for sale. $10, 2 hours of nonstop music. No commercials, no voices, no nothing. For Neil, who's frozen in time. For my beautiful host, Coco in the building. For Rich behind the boards, I'm Idris, aka Bosco from the Bronx. We will see you next Wu-Tang Wednesday, baby. We are out.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, my computer froze. That's what happened.